What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Daredevil issue number 9. And man, has there been a lot going on in this series. We have seen Matt Murdock and Elektra emerging as the Fist King and Queen, and they have offered incarcerated criminals an opportunity to rehabilitate themselves at the Fist Island stronghold. In exchange, they fight for the Fist. Meanwhile, the Hand has kidnapped world leaders and replaced them with death-worshipping puppets. They framed Elektra for the assassination of the President of the United States in the process. Being led by the Punisher, the Hand and the Fist, they went to war. After a gruesome and very brutal battle, Daredevil and Elektra escaped with the key to defeating the Hand, the ancient talisman, and now they hope to bring all of this down once and for all. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up with Matt Murdock after their battle with the Punisher and the Hand. After taking one heck of a beating, Daredevil is in pretty rough shape, and while Stick tells him that he should probably stay down, of course Matt gets up. He gets up to find that Elektra is trying to figure out a way to destroy this talisman, using the book which has been their prophecy. Inside of this book, it tells them how to destroy it. The Hand's secret weapon, the Lunate Talisman. A talisman that can control the dead. It banishes their souls to hell. They have used it to murder and puppet world leaders. When it is destroyed, their control will end, and the world will have the reckoning that it deserves. But Elektra tells him that they won, that it may not seem like a great victory, but you must take the opportunity to enjoy the small victories, that you can't fix everything. Daredevil knows that this is not over. He doesn't want to sit and wait. The Hand is still out there, and evil still walks the world, and the world is still suffering. This is where we pick up with Daredevil making his way to the infirmary. Seeing all the men that are wounded, he has a conversation with Cole. He tells Cole that he is fine, that they all need some healing, a little bit of rest, and then they will be back to 100%. Then they can go out and they can fight the Hand again. Destroy them all once and for all. This is where Cole lets him know that he came here, he followed him, because he wanted to do some good. And the way he sees it, they stopped the bad guys. They got the magical jewel. They saved the kid, and they managed to not die in the process. And so Cole must ask, what is left? This is where Daredevil says that they have to destroy them all. None of this works if they are not burned away from this earth. Cole now recognizing that Daredevil, he is never going to stop, that this is never going to end. Daredevil can't have it end, and more people are going to die. And so, he goes to leave. With Daredevil getting a sense, he goes outside. He runs into Leonard. Leonard lets it be known that he is taking Bullet and Lance back to New York. After their traumatic experience, they need to be home. Daredevil tells him to say it, and Leonard admits that he is leaving as well. All of his patients turned into soldiers. They weren't ready to make this decision yet, and Daredevil has set them back months. Agony is more feral than she ever was before. Speed Demon, he thinks that he's the Hand of God that can murder anybody and be forgiven. This was never the deal. He simply can't support this. He is creating an army of Daredevils, but Daredevil is broken. Him and his holy crusade, his righteous violence. This cannot be the template for those people, for getting better. He lets Daredevil know that when you are ready to actually be helped, you will know where to find me. And while Matt tries to maintain control, he cannot help himself but let that anger burst out. He calls him a coward. He says that he is useless. This anger, this infection of rage, it hasn't gone away. Not since prison. Not since all of that happened. As he screams to the sky, this is when he hears a sound. Without hesitation, he takes off not too far off from this site. He finds a box that is in the snow. Opening it up, there is a cell phone. This cell phone belongs to Stromwyn. He is calling to just really have a chit-chat with Daredevil. It has been a while since the two of them have had communications. It has been quite a while since back in Daredevil issue number 16, where Daredevil had stole $3 billion from them. But now, Daredevil is a tick that is burrowing in. His sister and him, they have a plan with the Hand. But right now, Daredevil and the Fist, they are wrecking all of this. He tells him to say sorry, and he will make what happens next stop, because they are coming for him, to avenge him. With all the snow in the sky, it made it hard to sense the incoming, but they are coming in. Getting down to base camp, telling Foggy to run, because he believes that the Avengers are about to show up. But he quickly sees that this is not the Avengers. 3 devices being dropped down and huge explosions. They are currently under attack. But Elektra, she wants to go out and fight. Stick tells her that the talisman must be destroyed, or all of this will be for nothing. That they must stay and protect the fire. As smoke fills up the compound, Matt realizes that this is ReCID, the prison experiment, the gas that had infected them in prison with rage, making each of them want to tear each other apart. Telling Foggy to hold his breath, he says that he doesn't need to, and at first Daredevil is confused, but that is when Foggy lets it be known that it is time. He says that it was sweet that you rushed after me after Fist's men put me in the hospital, cared for me, and brought me here. But Fist never did anything in half measures. Those men, they had killed Foggy. We see the talisman being destroyed, and Stick says that it is done. The Hand's prophecy is complete. Foggy telling Daredevil that they needed to see where he was. This is his friend's body, his mind and thoughts. But Foggy Nelson, his friend, is in hell. This is where we see both Stick and Foggy disappear. They turn to ash. What this is revealing is that both Foggy and Stick, they were manifestations of the Hand. Just like they killed world leaders and they put puppets in the place, they did the same thing with Foggy and with Stick. They did this so they could manipulate the Fist, so that they could ensure the Hand's prophecy came to fruition. Foggy is dead, Stick is dead, the Fist is dead, and the Hand will be reborn. Obviously, Matt Murdock is devastated. Speaking to God, he said, "I did everything you asked of me. Why would you do this?" But he already knows the answer. He thinks that he has always known. God is dead. He gave his only son, and we killed him. And on that day, God himself died from heartbreak, because we know no other way except for violence. He puts on his mask and he heads into the fray. Elektra says something about Stick, but he is not worried about that. He knows they cannot escape the fight, that they can never escape the fight. He hears another jet coming in and landing. They want to bring them in or die trying. That's where we see Spider-Man, Black Panther, Captain America, Iron Man, and Valkyrie. And they are asking Daredevil, "What the hell have you done?" And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Absolutely phenomenal issue. We learned that everything Matt Murdock and Elektra have been doing was all manipulated by the Hand. Reforming the Fist, doing everything that they have done was all to get to this point. The Hand has officially won. And I would say that Matt Murdock is in a worse position than he has ever been. And that is saying a lot, because poor Daredevil, he has been through so much in the last 2 years. But he has just learned that Stick is dead, that Foggy is dead, that his war with the Hand, he was being tricked. He was being played right into their plan, right into their prophecies, believing that he was doing a crusade for good, only to learn that it was all a lie. And now Matt Murdock's faith, it is on the precipice of breaking. He believes that God is dead, that God is not there to answer him. And we have seen his faith. It has truly been hurting. It has been suffering for quite some time. After everything that he has endured, he has tried his best to hold on to this faith, but he has been unable to do so. I'm still interested in how Goldie is going to play into all of this. Goldie said that he has been there from the very inception of Daredevil, saying that he has been working as if he is working for God. And so I want to see if that's going to play into anything that may be coming. But right now, both the Punisher and Daredevil, they have the Avengers coming down on them. Both the Punisher issue number 10 and this issue of Daredevil ended the same exact way, with the Avengers arriving to try and put a stop to them. How that plays out is going to be very interesting to see. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on the Punisher or Daredevil, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50. From loyalty badges to getting comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.